I'm a tutor here at mathsandenglish.net, and in today's video we're going to be going through alternate and corresponding angles on parallel lines. So these two lines are parallel lines because they can go on infinitely and they will never touch. And right now we can't get any sort of angles on them either because there is no point. However, if we was to do something like this, now we have two angles. So we have this bottom angle here because here is a point. And we also have this top angle here because here is another point. Guys, there's this angle over here, and then there's also this angle up here. So we got now two angles. Also, each group only contains two different angles. So for example, if this angle here is 120 degrees, and this angle here is 60 degrees, then that means that they are the only two angles. So this one must be 60 as well. And then this one up here must be 120 degrees as well. So guys, now we're going to look at alternate angles. So these two angles here, so this one down here and then this one up here, are two alternate angles. And there's a couple of things that you need to know about alternate angles. And one of them is that they're exactly the same degrees. So for example, if we have this one here equaling 30 degrees, then this top one will also be equal to 30 degrees. So they're always going to be the same. Alternate angles are always the same degree. So guys, what I want you to do now is pause the video. I want you to tell me what the two alternate angles are. On this actual shape here, you can actually kind of see a Z. So if you go here, up to here, and in here, you can kind of see a Z kind of shape. So looking at that now, what two angles are in that Z shape? We have this one here, and then we also have this one up here. So guys, let's just say both of them are 50 degrees. So now these two are actually alternate angles because, so as we can see here, this one is in the Z. So this is an alternate angle to this 50 degrees up here. But guys, there is more than one. So if you didn't do that one, you may have actually done this one. So this one also starts here, and then we come up the same line, and then we go out of this side. And then that is also kind of a Z. So you can see a kind of a Z shape there as well. And then what two angles are in that Z shape? So we have this one here, and we also have this one up here. And now what I want you to do, guys, is knowing that these two angles are 50 degrees, what would this angle be? So guys, these two angles would be 130 degrees because, as you know, when they're on a straight line, they are the same degrees. So this straight line here, so we got 50. 50 plus what is equal to 180? 50 plus 130 is equal to 180. And then all you need to do is that for one side because you know that alternate angles are exactly the same. So if this one is 130 degrees, this one has to be 130 degrees as well. So guys, the final thing we're going to look at in this video is corresponding angles. So we're going to look at this shape here. So what letter does this shape look like? In my opinion, it looks a little bit like an F kind of shape. So here we have the F, like it kind of looks a tiny bit like an F. So then the corresponding angles for this F is this line here and this line here. But we also have even more corresponding angles. So we could say this angle here and this angle here is also corresponding. We could say this angle here and then this one is also corresponding. And just like alternate angles, corresponding angles are exactly the same degree as well. So guys, I want you to pause the video again and try and pick out the corresponding angles in this example. So what we can see here is a similar F shape to what we just mentioned. So here it's kind of very similar. This drawing now is kind of similar to this one up here. So now if we're going to try and pick out the corresponding angles, we could say this bottom one here, so it's on the bottom line of this one, so that would be similar to this angle, would be corresponding to this angle here. And now let's say the angles are 60 degrees. So this one's 60 degrees. And so if this one's 60 degrees, we know that this bottom one is also 60 degrees. But obviously, guys, there's even more. So this one here, this angle here, is also corresponding to this angle up here. So guys, knowing that this angle here is 60 degrees, what we learned right at the start of the lesson was vertically opposite angles are the same degree. So then this one will also be 60 degrees because it is a vertically opposite angle. And so guys, there is the video. If it did help you, make sure you leave a like on the video and subscribe for more videos.